Thanks for being here. I'll call a meeting of the Waushara County Board of Adjustments to order. This meeting will begin with a public hearing. Anyone other than the applicant or the representative wishing to speak must register and submit the registration slip to the zoning administrator at this time. Following the public hearing, the board will conduct its monthly business meeting, at which time we will vote on the applications. You may stay for the meeting and hear how the applications are decided, or you may leave following the hearing. The applicant and town board will be sent a copy of tonight's decision. Any other person wishing to receive a copy of the decision can sign the sheet on the table at the front of the room. Those of you wishing immediate knowledge of the outcome of these proceedings may call the county board zoning office tomorrow morning. Procedure we will follow for hearing each application is the applicant, their agent or representative will have the opportunity to present their application, followed by any questions or comments from the board. Then all correspondence will be read, and others in favor will have a chance to speak. Anyone objecting will then have a chance to speak. I'll then ask for a summary of the board's field observations and any staff comments. Finally, the applicant will be allowed a chance for a brief rebuttal if they wish. Anyone wishing to speak should use the microphone, state their name, and direct their comments to the board. I ask that all testimony be kept brief and to the point. If you are testifying as a nearby landowner, please tell us where your property is located relative to the subject property. Tonight's hearing will be recorded, and the recordings will become part of the record. Comments that are based on hearsay or secondhand information, as well as slanderous or prejudicial remarks, will be ruled out of order. The board has looked at the property and the record will reflect their observations. Any person affected by an administrative decision of this board has 30 days from the filing of tonight's decision to make an appeal. Such appeal shall be heard by the Waushara County Circuit Court. Information is available from the Clerk of Court's office and qualified legal counsel. The county assumes no liability and makes no warranty as to the legality of any construction that's prior to the expiration of this 30-day period. I'll now introduce the board. George Peterman, William Jesservin, John Shirk, I'm Kevin Cheryl, our zoning minister, Todd, and Becky, our recording secretary. The first variance we have tonight is John and Allison Shipley, Wildwood, Wisconsin, had made an application for a variance in accordance with sections 58-2-35 sub B, sub 5, sub A, and 58-542 sub C, sub 2 of the Waushara County zoning code to construct an irregularly shaped, approximately 126 square foot addition onto an existing non-conforming structure. Non-conforming due to north lot line being less than half the required 15-foot setback to exceed maintenance and repair located in an RS20 single residential zone. Location of parcel land is part of the Sunny Bank subdivision, lot 12, and part of the vacated Pratt Street, part of outlot 1, CSM 2531, section 01, T19 and R11E, town of Mount Morris, 24th Avenue. Will the applicant please step forward to the podium, state your name, and tell us a little bit what you'd like to do, please.
John Shipley. The area between the house and the garage is currently concrete. I'd like to add a small addition to the house, keep it detached. I keep my garage detached and as stated, about approximately 126 square feet, single story addition. And meeting the 15-foot side lot line on both sides.
Okay. I have some questions. The board might have some questions. You've done this before, I think 3 years ago, so it hasn't changed. We know there's been a recent survey because you had one out there when we were there 3 years ago, correct?
Yep.
So you know where the lot lines are, correct? Did you talk to your neighbors?
Two adjacent on both sides, yes. And he is also the VP of our lake association. And then I did talk to the third neighbor now, or fourth, sorry.
The town at all?
I did not talk to the town.
Can you explain the type of foundation? I know you explained it to us, but we have to put it on the record.
It'll be a crawl space or 4-foot short wall foundation, no full basement. Be its own wall up to the, I got to keep an airspace between the garage and the house, and have a concrete floor.
No filling and grading,
Actually, no.
finish height,
Finished height is, from the first floor, so my first floor level to the top peak, I think, less than 14 feet or right at 14 feet on the one end, the other end about 8'6".
no higher than the two buildings that are.
No. Mhm.
I think there's a problem with erosion and stormwater runoff with your construction here between them.
No, I mean, I'll still put the silt fence down there on the two sides for precaution, but no.
Any other improvements planned?
I don't think so. I'm tired.
One at a time.
It's, it seems that way, but yeah, no, I'm getting tired.
Nothing at this point.
Nothing at this point.
All other setbacks will be met.
Yes, all other setbacks are met with the current, yes.
Septic system's all up to grade, right?
I did a new septic, new leach field, leaving a second location and put a new well in back in 22.
Non-conforming structures is the.
Not to, no,
None.
I haven't added anything.
Any other options for us?
Not that I can see.
What's the hardship?
The hardship is the width of the lot when it was with the steep slope towards the lake. When the original structure was built, which puts me into that, when I'm closer, I think at the time the code wasn't there. Any new construction that I've done and to current code, I've tried to meet or went in front of the board to ask for a variance.
So you got a unique property limitation because of the 50-foot lot.
Yep. I just wish it was straight.
So it's too close to the lot line. But this addition that you're putting on is between two structures, correct? And no closer to the lot lines than what the buildings that are there already.
Exactly.
And it's not, and it won't be viewable from the road.
No.
Or from the lake.
No. And meets the 15 feet or more.
This was approved, do you know what permits you would need?
I have been in contact with John and I have prior to coming up in front of you guys, yes.
If this was approved, when would you start?
Spring, summer here. Try to wait till the weather.
All I have, George, Dave, Jess, John.
No.
So please have a seat.
Thank you.
Give me my sheet back, it's right on the bottom.
Well, we have no correspondence.
Yeah, no correspondence,
Yeah, no, we have no correspondence
anybody
and
in favor?
nobody registered to speak in favor, objecting or also informational.
A summary,
Okay, everyone should have a copy of the final staff report before you. As it states in the report, the lot in question is another one of those narrow lakefront lots. It's 49 foot, which was actually part of the Sunny Banks of Lake Napawant subdivision, which was recorded back in 1931. When the original house was built, the house was actually skewed, but also situated towards the north property line. And as we saw, the actual corner, northeast corner of the house, or northwest corner of the house, excuse me, is actually 6.31 feet away from the side lot line, resulting in a house that literally, based upon our non-conforming code, would be limited to just maintenance and repair. The house did receive a variance back in 22 to allow it construction of a 276 square foot addition, which was onto the lake side of the house. If you recall, at that time, John was before us and was seeking a much larger addition. But based upon the concerns, applicant agreed to shrink it down and bring it more in scale, resulting in just, the variance to allow a greater than 25% and actually to allow a non-conforming structure to exceed. The applicant is now proposing to construct another addition onto the home. He's proposing a regularly shaped addition, which is onto the east side of the house, atop a small concrete patio, which is actually situated immediately between the detached garage and the principal structure. John came and met with staff, also has met with the building inspector from the onset, from plan design, and also before the variance application, in hopes of gaining our comments and also in hopes of not establishing any type of dangerous precedent. As a result, the addition will now meet all required side lot setbacks. It'll align with the previously granted variances that this board has approved, and will abut, excuse me, it'll abut up to the detached garage, but will not be attached. So therefore, the garage will not be a new non-conforming structure. With regard to impervious surface calculations, given the fact that it's situated directly atop an existing patio, there is no increase. And I would like to point out, as we saw it on the site, the applicant has gone to great lengths to capture most of the stormwater. Actually, he's captured all but 3% of the impervious surface of the lot. I mean, by means of infiltration pits and other stormwater management devices, and then also incorporated a no-mow area, all which was worked out with our land conservation people. Board of Adjustments visited the property on Monday. The board appreciated the fact the applicant had incorporated staff's concerns and direction into the submitted plans so as to not establish any type of precedent. Given the location of the addition and the orientation of the structures, the board also felt that this should really pose no detrimental impact upon neighboring properties. And the board was also very appreciative of the efforts made to capture nearly all of the impervious surfaces. Staff believes the applicant, excuse me, has revised the drawings in accordance with recent directives of the board, and the addition should not negatively impact surrounding land uses due to the fact that it's very fine, very small and confined to a small area between two structures. While the board will be making a recommendation on this request later in the evening, staff is recommending approval of the variance to construct the irregularly shaped addition onto the existing non-conforming structure, subject to the comments and conditions listed in the report.
When we were at the scene, and Dave brought up moving that door over to the middle. If this would be approved and he got into the project, how much change could he make to this if this was approved and he got into it, decided what he wanted with us is not?
So our plans are always, as we always state in the very beginning, is that they have to be in substantial compliance. So as long as the structure doesn't significantly increase in size, significantly increase in, as long as it adheres to the setbacks, in terms of any type of interior arrangement, I would just consider that a minor change, but still in substantial compliance.
Okay, so he doesn't have to bring it back?
Nope.
That was just my question, because David brought that up. You got anything, Dave?
Well, I want to reiterate kind of thoughts as well on behalf of me as a board member, that your staff recognized that the first time you spun the wheel on this one, it was going to be tough to meet what you needed and to meet, for you guys having the sense to say, Mr. Shipley, let's look at this a different way. I commend him on the stormwater management, because first and foremost, we're good stewards of the lake and good stewards of the land. And we're doing that. He's doing that by taking care of the stormwater. It's not viewable. You talk about hardships and convenience, but you could plead convenience in this, but you also can plead common sense. It's a nightmare like it is now. If you get big dumper of snow or freezing rain and then the freeze thaw down in that hole, that's kind of a safety concern, and it's really not good for that wall of the house the way it is down there. So by doing this breezeway, and why I brought it up that day is I just seemed like, why would you want to walk outside to get to your garage when you maybe didn't have to? So if that's a possibility, I'm glad you brought that up, Kevin, because if it's considered a minor change, the burden is still on Mr. Shipley to see that he meets the code requirements with Siebert's office, but it's a fire rated door and the door is here 3 feet that way. I think that will make no difference. It's not changing the footprint. I think that's something that maybe they want to consider. Maybe they don't care. It's just me looking at it as, I've done it a long time, so maybe you should have kept my mouth shut, but it's just sensible to me to consider that.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just George. Good.
So you're a member of the Lake Association?
I'm not on the board or anything. Yeah, yeah.
My comment was, so I'm a member of a lake management district. In Hancock. And as much as there's going on, like you have done, old structures being replaced by new structures, being raised or whatever. And I've been on that since its inception for about 20 years. I've never encountered anybody that has done such a good job of controlling runoff as you have.
Thank
And
you.
with steep slopes. So I don't know if your lake is pretty bad or ours is not.
Just seepage.
Yeah. Ours is seepage lake as well. But we still have runoff.
Oh, yeah.
I commend you with first class job.
Thank you.
Yours is an example how they should all be.
Thank you.
Thank you. You need anything else?
No, I do want to actually make a comment that I told her. And I think we both can say this. Thanks for kind of the letting me bring the plans in and kind of to work through this. And I think we actually are grateful that the first plan was shrunk down because it's just exactly what we need. It's not, when we moved up here, everybody's like, if you're going for a variance, get everything you want. You're never gonna, go back. And so we thought, oh God, do we need a, washer and dryer on the second floor? Do we should do this, we should do that. And then coming back down and shrunk down. And I mean,
More than
maybe
what we
an
need.
extra foot in the dining room or something, but that's really, I mean, it's exactly what we needed. And so I want to to put a little reality check back into, the life or, our life and so it's not, and people talk about variances, they're not all bad, so thanks for that, even though at the time it may not have felt that, but thank you, so.
We were talking when we were out there. And John and I were, and we get, bad rap sometimes, but we probably approved 95% of them after you guys work with zoning.
Oh, yeah. And I like that. I mean, it's nice to come in and do it before, to get it ahead of time and yeah, thank you, Todd, you're easy to work with and we're thankful for that. So thank you.
Anything else, Todd? Okay, that'll conclude the public hearing. And we'll go into our business meeting. All order, roll call, for the 5 of us here. I'll accept the motion for approval of agenda. Dave, second. George, all in favor? I'll accept the motion for approval of minutes from Monday. Jess, second.
I will.
John, all in favor? Motion passed. New business. Action on the public hearing at Mount Morris 24th Avenue to Shipley property. Is there a motion on the floor or discussion before that or a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve.
Makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Dave seconds. Jess, your reasons for your motion to approve.
Unnecessary hardship is present and the current code requirements would be unnecessarily burdensome and prevent the applicant from using the property for a permitted use because very few alternatives exist. The circumstances are beyond the control of the applicant and are unique to the property, not the applicant. The lot predates zoning regulations. The construction matches the lot and available area. I was gonna add a number 5 on here, just capturing additional stormwater and eliminating safety concerns between the house and garage makes a bad situation better. Is that the right spot to put that, Todd?
Sure.
All right. The hardship / unreasonably burdensome limitation of setbacks is due to unique physical features or limitations of the property and not the circumstance of the applicant as follows. Based on the existing side yard setback, no buildable area exists. The lot is very narrow, steep slopes exist, and there is considerable deviation in elevations between the two structures. And it's a overall small lot size. The variance will not harm the public interest or neighboring land uses and damage the intent of the zoning code because visibility is good at the driveway location, traffic is light. The septic has already been upgraded, traffic is slowed here. Runoff from impervious surfaces have been captured via stormwater management devices. The proposed use will not harm the public, zoning code, or neighboring land uses if conditions are followed. Therefore, the requested variance, if approved, the following conditions shall apply. Development must be in substantial compliance with the site plan and testimony provided at the public hearing. The first floor elevation and filling and grading shall be done in accordance with the site plan and additional information provided at the public hearing. All other required setbacks must be complied with. All permits must be obtained, including land use and building. All code requirements must be complied with. It's the responsibility of the builder and landowner to protect the neighboring lots, lake, and road during construction. Standard erosion control plans must be in place prior to construction starting. Any future construction cannot occur without first obtaining a variance. The applicant will allow agents of Waushara County access to the property to ensure compliance with the terms of this decision, Waushara County codes, and state and federal laws. The landowner is responsible for determining lot lines and required setbacks. The building addition shall not exceed the height of any portion of the existing structure.
Thank you, Jeff. The board has heard Justin Beasley for his motion to approve. In a second. And Dave, we'll take a roll call board. George? Yes. Dave? Yes. Jess? John?
Yes.
The chairman votes yes. 5-0 approval. Good luck on your building project.
Thank you.
Other action? Anything else? We have a variance for next month, right, Becky? Okay. So keep your calendar open. You're still on, Dave. Map interpretations,
We have nothing.
public hearing we got, and the financial report and the permits we got on Monday.
Yep.
I think we're good. Anything else from the board? Just that January 22nd is for the one on Mount Morris, the circuit court case that we're waiting to hear. The Antioch. Oh, we'll see what happens.
When is that due?
It's, yeah, decision, we're gonna get an oral decision next Thursday. So will write you guys and let you know what happened.
Is that the only one we got pending? Or what do we have?
Yep. Yeah, because Project Harmony, project.
Nothing else on that since we talked to you on Monday?
Uh,
Oh, well,
well,
you can't share.
no, I can't. I've gotten, just with regard to Project Harmony, gotten phone calls from from Ed Hernandez, town chair, who has had conversations with their land development guy, Corey Zybong. I've had conversations with Corey. They have no intention on building a motel hotel. They're now trying to get 4 single-family homes out there. And Ed and I have been pretty, we've stuck to our guns, telling them that you get RS-20 or nothing. So either build it commercial like you were going to, or you do it RS-20 the way it was supposed to.
So you'd get 2 properties,
You'd get
two houses on
2
that,
lots,
on that lot, even with the wetlands there,
correct.
and the DNR is not involved.
Nope.
Are they at all?
Well, no, as long as they maintain our setbacks, which they can do, off of the wetlands. You also have floodplain there. So those houses are gonna be pushed well back up adjacent to the hill.
All right, well, we'll see where it goes.
Yep.
That's all we can do.
You have a motion and a second to adjourn.
You do?
You do.
I missed it.
Yeah.
I should have turned my hearing aids up more.
I love-
All those in favor of going home?
Thank you.
Thank you.